Abbie, we're almost back for another season at Tier 3 level, and it will start with a big one at SJP this Sunday against Oxford. How excited are you just to get going again?
Yeah, really excited. I think we've had a really fantastic pre-season, worked the girls really hard, done a lot of social things as well, but nothing beats kicking a ball competitively for the first time. So yeah, really looking forward to what the squad hold and what the day will entail against, like you said, a tough team in Oxford. And yeah, hopefully we'll get off to a good start and in front of a packed out SJP. Looking forward to getting going.
We go into this game off the back of a 100% pre-season. How important is it to build that momentum through the friendlies?
Yeah, really important. And I think sometimes in pre-season you can get distracted by results. For us, it was looking at the partnerships that we're starting to forge, the personalities, the characteristics on the players, as well as obviously just getting valuable minutes in the legs. But it's really important to win football matches, regardless if they're friendlies or if they're pre-season games and stuff, just to make sure that that winning habit starts early and that the players get a feel for what it feels like to win. And yeah, of course, it's always nice to get home wins on the bounce as well.
An opening day test probably won't come much tougher than an Oxford side who have recruited really strongly this season. What are you expecting from them?
Yeah, really difficult test. I wouldn't be surprised if Oxford were up there come May. I know it's really early and we've not kicked a ball yet, but I think that their squad that they had last year and the additions that they've added are fantastic. It's a real squad there to go and win this division. They've got every right to think that they can as well. Obviously a full-time outfit, a fantastic manager in Liam who really got really good performances and really good results out of them towards the back end of the season when he came back in. So, it's going to be a really difficult test for us, but one that, I'm absolutely relishing and really looking forward to. Yeah, I think they've got some real good individual threats and collectively as a team, they're really dangerous. So it'll be a really good test for our new squad and a really good test to see where we're at in this division.
And obviously, though, I speak about their recruitment, our recruitment. We signed 12 new players through the door this summer. There were understandably, some questions back in May when we announced a large group of last season's squad leaving. But do you feel like through the recruitment that you've made, you've shown the direction the team wants to go in and answered those questions?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it was obviously very well publicised about the players departing. And again, just want to make sure that it's on record that I am incredibly thankful for those girls and the service that they've had. But time to move on, time to start looking at this new group, start to focus on them. The desire that they have to want to train more, play more, be better is exactly the direction that this football club wants to go in. We've obviously moved to a more daytime-based schedule as well, some of our players, so it helps with that as well, that they want to do those sessions and can be a part of that. And again, the profile of player that we went after, those 12 players fit all three of those categories that we were looking for. And yeah, really excited to see them in action. They've gelled incredibly well. It's been, like I said, a fantastic pre-season for us. Not just on the pitch, but off it as well. Some real good lessons that we've learned together. And yeah, just really excited now for them to go and put on a show and showcase what they've been doing, because the work behind the scenes has been fantastic. I want them to enjoy the occasion on Sunday. There's absolutely no pressure on them, no fear. And they've just got to relish the occasion of playing at SJP. For a lot of them, it'll be the first time. And I want them to enjoy that experience and knowing that we've set up a sort of a plan and how we want to contain Oxford. And if they execute it well and they execute it in the manner that we've practiced, then I think they'll have a successful day.
And the latest of those signings was Nia Lewis. She joined us on loan from Bristol City. She's the fourth player to make that sort of temporary switch down here in recent years. How valuable is the growing relationship, between our two clubs?
Yeah, I think it's an incredible pathway. To have a WSL2 team on the doorstep, they are obviously pushing and have aspirations of being a WSL1 club. So everything that they've got up there is geared towards making their players better, to bring in one or two over the years that we have done to our environment, and for those players to try and bring their attributes down to here, as well as then us, implementing our environment onto those players. It's only gone on and proven that it works in sort of Muddy Durrant in the way that she developed and has now gone on to get that first professional contract. I think that it's a football club that plays football in the right way. It's a really honest football club. They're very behind the scenes from a communication standpoint. It's very clear what they're asking of us. So for them to put that trust in us, again, with a fantastic young player in Nia, who has got experience in international football as much as she has in youth football. She's a fantastic player, and one I'm really excited to see develop and grow. And I'm confident if she has a really good year with us, and maybe even longer, depending on what Bristol see for the future for her. But she will definitely go far in the professional game, and she's got a really bright future ahead of her.
And with this new look group of players you have here, there it brings new characters into the group. And this season, you're working forwards with a new leadership group of players led by your club captain, Bo Jackson. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I think it was important that the onus goes on the girls. They need a leadership group that sort of represents them, that is confident in challenge, is confident in conflict. So at the back end of the season, we had a lot of discussions with some senior players, and it was put to the group to pick a leadership group. Bo Jackson remains the captain of this football club. She's a fantastic servant, a fantastic player, and will play football matches when she's fit and able to. But she needs support around her. She can't do it all on her own. So when the group were picking their vice captains and their leadership group, they've picked a group of players, like I said, that is confident in conflict, it is confident in challenge, in the respectful and helpful manner that as coaches we need. And that can be a voice for those younger players as well. It's got to work in a two-way direction. It can't always be that we ask of them. They need to be able to be confident and clear on asking from us as well. And we've settled upon a group. So it will be Emily Poole, Ishbel Zermond, Amber Pollock, and Yotta. I'll just keep with Yotta. But again, it just shows that the level of qualities that she's got already as an individual, that she's come in, a fresh sign-in, and has already taken those leadership qualities on. Fantastic character, and was one of the reasons why we wanted to sign her for those. And the rest obviously speak for themselves. They're very experienced players at this level, got fantastic skills, not just on the pitch, like I said, off them in their communication manners. And really excited to see how they develop and support Bo and support the rest of the group and push each other to continue to want more.
And all these new players and our pre-existing players will get a special SJP welcome on Sunday, wearing the brand new away kit for a sort of one-off occasion, wearing that at home. How exciting is it for yourself to see the women's team continuing to build their own identity within the wider club? Yeah,
I think I've spoken about it heavily over the off-season when we've been talking about this new kit, and it's really important that we have an identity. We are so incredibly proud of being part of this football club, this very special, unique football club, and we need our own visibility. We need to generate our own income to continue to be sustainable. We want to do that. There is no hiding away from the fact that this club needs to have income. It is from every revenue stream possible, and that is one of our ways. So it's an exciting opportunity. It's a first for us to wear an away kit at a home match, but it's a fantastic kit, and it's a fantastic opportunity for us to showcase that, not just to the local Exeter audience, but the far wider audience of women's football, that we can have our own identity within a club, and the club equally support that. So it's been a fantastic off-season for us in pre-season, working behind the scenes with some key figures at the football club to make sure that we've got a real visibility and a real direction of where we want to go and how we get there. And I'm really excited to hopefully put that on the pitch as well come Sunday.
And finally, I'm not expecting you to reveal obviously anything tactical, but what will be your message going out to your players sort of on an emotional level before Sunday's opener?
Yeah, I think I said it already. There is absolutely no pressure on these players this weekend. I fully think that, like I've said, Oxford have got to come here and have got to beat us. They will want to be up there, and they've made no secret in that. I will want our girls to enjoy the occasion, a packed out SJP, friends and family in the stands. Like I said already, there's players that are playing at SJP for the first time, and then there's players that are playing in there that have played there time and time again, and it's a special place. And I can't articulate that to the group without them being there. I've told them already about how the hairs will stand up on the back of the necks the first time they run out, and how they'll walk in and just feel a real sense of pride and passion, when they get on that pitch. And the hard work's been done in training. Now it's time to enjoy ourselves and just execute the plan. And I'm confident, like I said, in this group, if they do that, we'll have a very successful day.
Thank you, Abbie.